and then something happens in your life and completely knocks you on your ass and all of your confidence is gone. That is because there is so much emphasis on placing confidence and building your confidence in these superficial areas of your life. Now, don't get it twisted. Your self-image and your lifestyle are valuable parts of your confidence, but truly, deeply rooted self-confidence goes so much further than that. If you want another that girl video or routines and rituals and build your self-confidence and, confidence is a feeling video, then click away because this is not the video for you. You need confidence to do pretty much anything in life and to be successful. How many videos on YouTube are stating this super obvious fact? This is not one of those videos, okay? We already know that confidence is the secret sauce, okay? But what you're not hearing on YouTube or in the self-help universe is what it actually takes to have real confidence. You can establish all the habits and rituals and be a gym girly and have the best diet and read all the fucking books and watch all the videos to your heart's content. You can do all of that until you're blue in the face. And then something happens in your life and completely knocks you on your ass and all of your confidence is gone. That is because there is so much emphasis on placing confidence and building your confidence in these superficial areas of your life. Now, don't get it twisted. Your self-image and your lifestyle are valuable parts of your confidence, but truly, deeply rooted self-confidence goes so much further than that. It goes so much deeper than that. And that's what I'm going to tell you about today. So if you want another that girl video or routines and rituals and build your self-confidence and, confidence is a feeling video, then click away because this is not the video for you. We're going to go deeper. We're going to get smarter. We're going to go into what actually helps you build what I call deeply rooted self-confidence. This is the type of confidence that when life kicks in and knocks you on your ass, that you still feel confident, you still feel sturdy. That doesn't mean that things aren't going to hurt. That doesn't mean that you're not going to have self-doubt. But what it means is that your core confidence is not going to be shaken. So if you want sturdy self-confidence, something that's based on more substantial things than just your lifestyle and your habits and your mindset, which are all important, if you want something that's more substantial, that's going to carry you through your life, then stay tuned. Most of the advice that you see out there about self-confidence focuses on your self-image, and I want to touch on that briefly because it is important. Confidence is like a tree. Think of yourself as the trunk of the tree. That's you. But confidence has layers just like a tree does. And your self-image is an important part of your confidence, but it's not the whole thing. So stick with me, okay? We're going to kind of ride this tree analogy through. When you have good self-image, right? So the way that you look, the way that the world perceives you, you look good, you like the way that your body looks, your hair looks, your nails are done. All of those make us feel good. And when we look good, we feel good. And when we feel good, we feel confident, right? So those are obvious things and they're important. They're just not the whole thing, right? So self-image and how you look and how you show up in the world and how you present yourself physically to the world is important, right? So you have good posture and you take good care of your skin and you look healthy and you have good hygiene and you just, you put yourself together in whatever style that you like so that you can present yourself to the world as a confident version of yourself. Those are important, okay? So self-image is a great ingredient for confidence, but it's not the whole thing. So the next thing I want to touch on is lifestyle confidence, that's kind of the area that I think most personal development just lives. Most personal development coaches, books, videos, information, they kind of just marinate in this lifestyle area of confidence. So lifestyle confidence kind of encompasses your habits, your routines, how you spend your time, your relationships, your connections to others, your achievements, your career, your, skills, talents, hobbies. These are all the things that you do to build your confidence. Think of self-image, going back to this tree analogy, think of your image confidence, your surface level confidence as like the leaves on this tree, okay? And they're beautiful and they're different shapes and colors and sizes, and they're everything that makes the tree look beautiful, right? Your lifestyle elements of confidence are like the branches. They're a little sturdier than the leaves, right? The leaves, the surface image stuff, can blow away at any time. They change with the seasons, right? The branches are a little sturdier, right? So a little bit more substantial areas of confidence are the things that you do, your achievements, things that you spend your time on. They make you feel good, right? You get some of your confidence from those things, right? And they're a little sturdier. So we'll think of those as like the branches. However, any change in your life can eliminate those branches. Those branches can break off at any time, right? So let's say you have a lot of your confidence in your career and you get laid off. Boom, that branch is broken. Or you place a lot of your confidence in your romantic relationship and you get a divorce or you break up. Boom, that branch of your confidence is broken, right? So that's why it's important to not place all of your confidence in the branches and the leaves, right? The lifestyle or the surface level of confidence. You have to go deeper, right? So your trunk has all these branches and has all these leaves, and that's an amazing thing, right? It makes us feel good. We look good. We're sturdy. We're showing off like we're just living our best life, right? But when push comes to shove, that trunk is held together by what? The roots, right? So in my model of confidence, I call it the confidence tree. And I believe that true substantial confidence is deeply rooted in several different things. And I'll share some of those with you today. I'm not going to do a deep dive into each one of those concepts that I'm about to share because I want to do a dedicated video to each one of those. So as you're learning about these roots and you want to do a deeper dive in each one, make sure you subscribe to my channel because I'm going to dedicate one video or a couple of videos to each one of these concepts separately because they're really substantial. And I'm going to share these concepts in no particular order. They're just things that I've learned along the way that if you base your confidence on these, it doesn't matter what changes in your lifestyle or in your image. These are the things that are going to anchor you throughout your life, and these are going to anchor your confidence no matter what comes at you. So one of the first roots of confidence, I would say, is agency. And that includes taking radical responsibility for the things that happen in your life, your decisions, your choices, your mistakes, all the elements of your story. Part of agency is also owning your story, being so aware of all the good, the bad, the ugly parts of your story that you can own it and nobody can use it against you. I've done a whole separate video on how to own your story, so I'll leave it linked here somewhere so that you can check that out. But part of agency, one of the roots of confidence is agency, is radical responsibility, owning your story, and also the ability to reframe any experience that you have in your life. So you can take, let's say, a bad experience and you're able to reframe and say, okay, instead of why is this happening to me, I can look at it and say, okay, what is this trying to show me? What am I supposed to learn here? And being able to reframe the experiences in your life, and that's one of the ways that you can own your story and take responsibility for it. So agency is one of the most foundational roots of deeply rooted confidence. The second root of confidence, and I harp on this a lot on my channel, is your core values and how you're living those values in your everyday life. I've done a video on how to develop your value statement. I think I'm going to update it so that it's a little bit more polished, because back then I just like threw it up on YouTube. But you can check it out here. You can see the old version. The concepts are the same. So basically, identifying what your non-negotiables are, what means the most to you, what are your values, what are the morals that you live by, what is kind of your life code, and then not only just stating those values, but how are you intentionally living those values every single day? How do you make decisions based on those values? And the reason why I stress this so much on my channel is because I really do think that it is one of the foundational roots of confidence. If you know your values through and through and you live them as congruently as you can, then no matter what life throws at you, your confidence is going to be anchored in those values. That's not to say that life is going to shake things up and you're going to feel a little unsteady or a little uncertain or have doubts, for sure. But you can always lean back and say, okay, I know my values. I know who I am. In this circumstance, if I live true to my values, it's going to get me through. The third root of confidence is integrity or self-trust. Keeping your word to yourself. And that means even the tiniest things. If I say I'm going to do this, I'm going to do it. I may not do it perfectly. I may not do it right now, but I'm going to do it. I'm going to keep my word to myself first and foremost. And as women, we struggle with this the most. We don't trust ourselves because we are so focused on keeping our word to others before we keep our word to ourselves. And you can blame that on a lot of different things, but we are conditioned to put ourselves last, and that does not serve anyone. I know that you think you're doing the right thing by putting others before you, but you're actually not serving them as well as you could if you put yourself first. So integrity is one of the most important roots of confidence, and in order to build integrity and build self-trust, you have to keep your word to yourself. That's keeping your commitments to yourself, honoring your word to yourself, and then worrying about what others, need from you. And then also, you've heard this one a lot, but I'm going to go deeper on my channel than what I've seen is out there. The fourth root of confidence is self-love. And that includes self-compassion and self-acceptance. Now, I will be completely honest with you. Self-love and self-compassion is something that I continue to learn and to develop in myself. I am what my friend calls a level 5000 overachiever, perfectionist, type A, and I have a tendency to be really hard on myself. And so I'm learning and continuing to grow my self-love through compassion and not being so critical of myself, and in turn not being so critical of others. And because I'm really hard on myself and have high expectations, I notice my tendency to be really hard on others and to have really high expectations of others. And so self-love, developing, this level of self-acceptance and this level of self-compassion is such a foundational root of your confidence, and probably one of the most important, but they all kind of play together in this formula, because you're never going to master all of them all at once, right? This is a continuous journey, and in order to have sustainable self-confidence, this is where the majority of your energy should be going. And the biggest mistake and, message pushed out there in the self-development world is to focus on your lifestyle. Now, like I said, that's important, right? That helps us build self-trust, right? Those routines, those rituals that we develop and then we honor them and we're consistent, that helps us build self-trust, right? So they all play together. There's not any that are above one another. It's just that, in my opinion and in my model, the majority of your confidence comes from your roots. Because then all of your branches, all of your leaves could fall off tomorrow, but your trunk is still sturdy because of the roots that you focused your time and your energy on. Before I share the last two roots of confidence with you, I just wanted to say thank you so much for joining and watching my channel. If you're new around here, this is Truthatude TV. My name is Lindsey, and I put out content specifically for women to help them build their confidence in a deeply rooted way. and to build their connection with each other. We have a very supportive, loving community here. And so if you want to be a part of the Truthatude tribe, then feel free to subscribe. And you can also have the opportunity to join some of my coaching groups where we learn from each other and support each other and connect with one another. I have some limited spots if you want to work one-on-one with me to build your confidence in different areas of your life. So thank you so much for watching. Like I said, if you're new around here, subscribe, join the community. We'd love to have you. If you are one of my returning subscribers, thank you. I am just so appreciative of you and your continued support for this community. Make sure that you join the wait list to work with me one-on-one or in one of my groups. I will be opening that membership shortly, so stay tuned. I'm not very active on social media these days, so all the information that I put out about the membership and the events that I'll be hosting will be on either YouTube or in the email that I send out. And don't worry, I'm not going to spam you with like 5,000 emails a day. I'm only going to send important ones that have juicy nuggets that are only for people who are a part of our community. Diving back in, the final two roots of what I call deeply rooted confidence are reconciliation. So the ability to forgive when it's relevant and to let go when it's necessary. So I am not one of those people that just has blanket forgiveness, and I know that there's so much dialogue out there that says, oh, you know, forgiveness isn't for the other person, it's for you. And I get that, I understand that. But there are some instances in your life where you don't need to forgive. You don't need to forgive the person or the situation, but you do need to let it go. Make your peace with it. Stop carrying that baggage with you. And the ability to discern what to forgive and what to let go is so important and so difficult to learn. And that is why when you are able to master, which is a lifelong practice, let's just be honest, when you're able to master the ability of reconciliation, either forgiving or letting go, then anything that life throws at you is not going to completely shatter your confidence, because you know that based on your values, see, they all kind of intertwine with each other. You know that based on your values, whether or not you should forgive this person or this situation, or you should let it go. And your ability to discern who you reconcile with or what you reconcile with, or, you know, reconciling with yourself in some instances, is so crucial to your core confidence. And I call this reconciliation because sometimes it's not necessarily reconciling with others or reconciling with an experience or a situation. Sometimes it's discerning when to reconcile with yourself, to make peace and put your inner peace forward and make your inner peace a priority. The final root of deeply rooted confidence in what I call my confidence tree model is divine connection. Now, I'm not talking about religion, so, you know, don't click off here just yet. Hang with me. I'm talking about your divine connection to yourself and to others. So I really do believe that we are not just a bag of skin made up of cells walking around until we become dirt. I really believe there's more to us than that. I believe that we were put here to connect with one another in a meaningful way. We were not meant to do life alone. Otherwise, we wouldn't have the brain or the heart that we do. We would just be another mammal roaming around eating and, you know, whatever. When you determine what that divine connection to yourself looks like and what that divine connection to others looks like, your life unfolds in ways that you couldn't imagine. And this is probably one of the hardest and most complex roots of confidence. But once you understand where you play in the universe and what part you have in your role and your purpose, and you're divinely connected to that, nothing can shake your confidence. And that's a lifelong journey, you know? And part of building your divine connection to yourself and the divine connection to others is asking hard questions. Why am I here? Why do I want to be with this person? Why do I want to be friends with that person? Why do I not want to connect with these people? Where do I feel the most connected to myself? How do I spend my time and I feel so connected? I feel so plugged in, right? So no one can determine that for you. That's just your own personal journey. But when your confidence rests on these few things that I've shared with you today, all the other stuff just seems superfluous. It's superficial, it can come and go, and it doesn't matter. You learn to detach from these superficial human experience elements of life, which are important. They're fun and they're great and they make life rich, but they're not everything, right? So once you base your confidence on these deeper roots, your life unfolds for you. And your confidence is anchored in something so much more substantial that nothing can knock you on your ass, really, honestly. Like, you might have tough experiences, but you're going to be able to deal with them better because you're coming from a deeply rooted, confident place. So I know I kind of went way deep today, but I just wanted to share with you because these are things that are not being shared. These are concepts that are not being given to our community. And, you know, confidence is so much more than how you spend your time or what you look like or what you achieve. You know, it's so much more than productivity. It's so much more than contribution. It's all of those things, and that's a wonderful part of our experience, but it just goes so much deeper. And I just want to invite you to continue on this journey with me and to do a deeper dive into these concepts. Like I said, I will be going further into each of these roots of confidence in separate videos. So be sure to subscribe to the channel so that you can go on this journey with us and be a part of the Truthatude tribe. Keeping with this new little tradition on Truthatude TV, I want to end the video with a couple of journal prompts. The first one is, what area of your life do you feel the most confident? What area of your life do you feel the least confident? When you hear the word confidence, what comes to mind? I'm so honored that you guys continue to support this channel. I know I've been in and out, you know, living my life, but it really does mean a lot to me that you guys continue to support the channel. And like I said, if you're new around here and this is the very first video you've ever seen, thank you. Thanks for stopping by. Be sure to tune in next Tuesday because I'll have another episode of my new series, Cafecito y Chisme, and that's where I do a little bit more personal sharing. I spill the hot goss, you know, I spill the tea on some things in my personal life and just things that I've learned along the way and things that have shaped me and just unbelievable things that have happened in my life. And I would love for you to check out that series. So like I said, it's every other Tuesday. I'm kind of rotating my normal Truthatude content with these Cafecito y Chisme series. So be sure to check that out. I'm very excited about it. And like I said, if you want the opportunity to work with me one-on-one or to join one of these coaching groups, be sure to join the waitlist. I'll leave the link in the description box for you. And also in the description box, I've got a ton of freebies and things that you can check out in the meantime if you're kind of on the fence about like, what is this chick all about? So anyways, I will leave it there for today. Thank you so much for watching, for subscribing to my channel, for supporting our little community. And until the next one, stay true to the Truthatude. Ciao.